Okay, so this will be for week two's assignment based on data, ethics, and AI in retail decision making by me, January 12th. This is for Management 300 for Professor Villania. All right, so for our first question, we have how could you use data analytics to help inform your decision making? For me, I would focus on analyzing, as I mentioned, regional sales and online order data to identify high demand locations to kind of spread out our variety and see if we're kind of able to push our products outwards to then use rewards programs data to understand purchase behavior trends to kind of see what's helping our programs and what's actually hurting our programs, if any, and then aiming to forecast seasonal trends using historical patterns and combine those with the geographical data that we have also gathered for our regions, which initially helps us kind of see if we have good things going and kind of preventing bad sales from previous events during the holidays and seeing what did work and what didn't work and see if we can continue the pattern where it does work continuously. For what are the ethical concerns in protecting customer data collected during transactions? For one would be the customer consent and transparency required by piracy laws, like the data breaches that cause real harm, as seen in the Target 2013 incident, where there was data leaks that related to customer payment methods and bank info and their own personal likes and dislikes, with the last option also being the ethical use requiring limited unnecessary data collection and AI personalization must being disclosed to maintain customer trust. Now, as seen with these sentences, they're not totally complete, but with my main point through this slide is to focus on showing that we wish to be as transparent as possible with gaining the trust of our customers to show, and in order to do that, we are aiming to show them that we don't need the most of their information to put into our systems to help them have the greatest experience when they're doing business through us. Now, while this is true, there's always going to be information needed, but we're also aiming to limit the information, like I said in the last point, limit that information that we need so that we can also, like I said, we can maintain that customer trust and prevent data breaches, as I mentioned in the Target incident. Next question would be, when can anecdotal evidence be used in your decision making? For one, those customer comments can reveal rising issues not yet in the data. For two, the employee observations help identify patterns, a practice supported in a leadership research done through Campion in 1997. For three, using anecdotal insights to form hypotheses before analyzing full data sets. For four, working best as a supplement to quantitative evidence. What duty do companies have legally and ethically to protect their customer data? For their legal duties, following the CCPA for privacy and disclosure is a big one. Following the FTC requirements for secure and fair data handling also plays a role into it. For three, providing breach notifications under state laws. Now, the general consensus through all of these is being able to follow conduct while also being able to communicate our conduct to our customers. For ethical duty, it ties into what I mentioned with the legal duties and being transparent. But as far as the ethical standpoint on that, it focuses on protecting customer data beyond legal minimums, limiting collection of essential information only, using encryption access controls, and maintaining the transparency to build trust. Now, a general connection between all of these points is that transparency, because as long as we are transparent enough, it allows for us to keep that trust with our customers. And when we're also transparent with the companies like the CCPA and the FTC, those then become less of a problem, and we don't have to face any legal obligations that go outside of what we're already following along with. Lastly is the what AI tools can your company use to improve communication and interaction with your customers? Now, as long as everything is being transparent, I agreed that AI chatbots would be a great use as they are used widely in retail to reduce response times. Now, while that also may result in some frustration, I do believe that those chatbots, as long as not the voice chatbots, the chat bots, as in when you enter a text chat and you're able to guide the AI to get you to where you need, which which yes would relate and reduce no yes it would help prevent wait times to getting into contact with customers with customer help. Next would be predictive recommendation systems, which would improve personalization using customer purchase history. Now, this one was found through an article from Mar in 2020. I will have that pasted in my references. Long story short, this predictive recommendation system it's a system that offers the customers a path that is already built by them in a sense that kind of takes their already in their interest that they've already made known that is a part of what they wish to shop for, and it allows our system to offer up similar items that will help them find more of what they may or may not need. Lastly would be sentiment analysis tool, which would be analyzing customer reviews across platforms to identify trends. Again, found in the same article with Mar in 2020. This article is seen to also include, as I mentioned, those customer reviews being analyzed as we would love for our company to know where our company stands in today's day and era, seeing where we fit in the trends and seeing how we can keep ourselves actively moving with the change and what's going on, and seeing if we can update our systems and see how customers see what customers may th on how customers may think we can improve ourselves. In conclusion, used through various articles and through some research, data and analytics supports smarter expansion decisions, as again mentioned through MAR 2020 and the research that I collected here. Ethical protection of data maintains customer trust, found in the FTC CCPA article, as I mentioned earlier, in holding the transparency with the legal obligations. Anecdotal evidence strengthens early insights, as mentioned through Campion in Campion's article. And then lastly, AI tools are able to enhance communication and personalization. Now, I took heavy influence from R 2020 because that article itself definitely holds a lot of strong points in this topic. And I will be pasting that in my references, which are right here. This is where I found most of my information. I was able to gather it and paste it here. And mentioned on the bottom right there how retailers use big data and AI to personalize customer experience for biz. That was one of the biggest articles I was able to use, putting together my information, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.